Hey fam, welcome back. Hopefully you guys are doing good and having a great day. If you're not, please let me know what I do to help you. Until then, I'm not doing a live tonight. I'll be doing one tomorrow. I want to play some scary games with you guys tomorrow. So today, I'm talking with you guys about the reality of DoorDash. So, as someone who has been DoorDashing for a while, I've got a few thoughts about it. So hopefully, what I talk about in this video will be helping you guys out for those of you who are thinking about starting DoorDash. So make sure you guys hit that like, subscribe as well, leave a comment. I'd appreciate it, guys. It really helps with the algorithm, and so this channel's really trying to make a difference. And I'm really hoping that uh, is making an impact on people's lives for the better. So, anyways, the reality of DoorDash. So, I've been DoorDashing now for a couple months, I think, for a few months, and well, overall, guys, what I think is you could make a career out of it, but it really depends on where you are, right? Where you live, how much time, energy you want to put into it, and the kind of investment, right? That you are looking to put into it, right? So, and I'll break all that stuff down a little later. First, where I want to start is that you're an independent contractor. Okay, you're not an employee, right? You work with DoorDash. Okay, so like independent contractors, your work is based on business. Okay. The good thing about DoorDash is that it presents the job or the task or whatever, right? The opportunity of work in two different ways, per offer and per time. The difference is that um, if there's an offer that comes up because someone is using DoorDash for food or for groceries or whatever, if there's an offer that comes up, you can take that offer, right? That's the offer side. If there's a time slot available to work, right, per time, per hour, then you can go that route. Okay. But that's only based on what is available. Okay. And we all know the trajectory of this economy. We all know how our economy is doing today. Okay. It's shit. And so I've already seen so many stories of people losing out on availability for DoorDash because so many people are joining. I can't tell you how many other DoorDashers I've seen while DoorDashing. I mean, there was a spot that I went to, and there were 10 other DoorDashers. Okay, so excuse me, I ate earlier. So hope I hope that wasn't disgusting for you guys. But I've already redone this video like 10 times, so I'm not doing it again. So sorry, guys. Anyways, yeah, so with less and less availability happening for dashers, right? The opportunity to make money is that much, less and less. And listen, you're making money off of the dasher tip, okay? And people can give more, right? But most orders that I've seen is around $5. Okay. Um, Now I have seen a couple of offers that have offered 12, 17, even $20. The thing is that the larger the offer, the longer the drive is what I've seen. So for me, I live in a smaller town. Okay. It's not a booming city by any means, right? It's not like, let's say, Charlottesville or Richmond. It's not a big city, right? And so there is some traffic here, but there's not a whole lot of traffic. Okay, there's not a whole lot of offers going on, and so I, being a disabled veteran, I can only do about 3 to 4 hours. That's how long my body can tolerate being in that position, right, sitting for that amount of time. And so, matter of fact, I was actually just doing a fundraiser for my local disabled American veterans fund or fundraiser, or I was doing a shift for the fundraiser there, and that was for a few hours. And so now my buddy started to get to me anyways, but doing this for you guys. So anyways, enough patting myself on the back. Anyways, um, that's all that my body can tolerate, right? And so if you can't put more into that, listen, or if you only plan to do maybe a few hours here and there, maybe every day or every other day, it's not exactly it's not exactly that great. Okay, I'll just be honest, it's not that great. Now, what I would say is, if you're not planning on making it a career, right, building something out of it, then it's pretty much good for chump change on the weekend, maybe working to spend something extra on, right? um but if you're planning to make it a career, then you would definitely have to take a few things into consideration: what you're driving, how much time you want to put into it, and overall, where are the busiest spots. Okay. um it's 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 just I don't want to say marketing, because it's not exactly marketing. It's I don't know. I don't even know what you would really call that. But you're looking for the busiest spots, and you're looking for the most fuel efficient car that there is. The thing is that um, again, depending on where you are, it's going to depend on how much money you make. Like, again, for here, there's not a whole lot of opportunity, because you're driving, several different places in order just to make, 30, 40, $50, in one night. And if you have a vehicle that absorbs, a lot of gas, like mine does. I have a 5.7 Hemi, an 8 cylinder, which was fucking stupid. I wish I never bought it because of the way the economy was. But then again, I had no idea that the economy was going to head in the direction, or I didn't really have the foresight to see that I was a different person. Anyways, each DoorDash trip, right, is about $20 in gas, and so I think that's around a quarter tank for me, just about. And so if I do about $50, that's $30 profit. Okay, and that's typically in about a day. But that's also about 3 to 4 hours. And if you take that into consideration, right, you are doing uh let's see, $50, um or are you're making $30 profit. Okay, uh 3 hours, we'll say, that's $10 an hour. Okay, that's without the overhead. And with the overhead, um $50, 3 hours. That's not exactly too bad, but it's not really that great either. Okay, so it really depends on what you're driving, or I should say, take into consideration what you're driving. If you're driving a fuel efficient car, or something like maybe a Tesla or something. But then again, if you're driving a Tesla, you're not really gonna have to worry about DoorDash anyways. um, let's just be honest. You got you definitely have an abundance of extra cash if you're driving a Tesla. Anyways, um, but if you happen to have a hybrid that's really good on gas mileage, something that goes hopefully uh, you know 25 30 miles to the gallon, then you're not doing too bad. So, but if you only have to spend maybe $30 every other dash, then I think that would be not too bad, right? But then again, you would also have to again take into consideration where you plan to work. If you're working in a busy city or something like that, then that's going to be more beneficial for you, because there are going to be more people to make more orders, right? And so, I have seen quite a few couplings, right? Orders together that have made one order, that have been pretty pretty good. Um, I've seen orders, and typically the double orders are, or I should say, two orders, one place, right? It's a weird way to put that. Anyways, so two double orders is just what I'm going to call them. So for double orders, those are going to be a little bit more expensive, but uh, the offers would be that much more. So I'm trying to remember. I think there was one that I saw for maybe $15 or $17, but that also had me spend quite a bit of gas as well, right? So if you're driving something that isn't exactly great on gas, it's not really worth it. It's not really worth it. Okay, especially if you have something that's more like an 8 cylinder. Okay, so if you have a hybrid, something that's really easy on gas, then it's not so bad. Um, so but you can absolutely make a career out of it, but you have to take those things into consideration, right? And unfortunately, these days, a lot of people are kind of forced to take on these different odd jobs, and we all know why that is, as I've said it earlier. But you know, time, place, the equipment that you are using, and then also maybe some disabilities, maybe um, times that you are available, like just life, you know, um, really matter when you are considering these things. Uh, I mean, I think as of right now, that's pretty much all that I really wanted to say on that. Is just that um, oh, when I was talking about a business, right, and high and low points, a lot of the times that I've noticed, of course, it's the weekend, right? People are going to be out and out and about and spending more money on the weekend, and so that makes sense when more of the cash flow is happening then. But um, that really affects a lot. So at least that's what I've seen, right? Most of the business is happening, toward the weekend, and I'll be honest, guys. Look, so the I at a part time job that I had, I would make about $300 every couple of weeks. Well, with DoorDash, I was making around that around that amount. I believe there was uh, a couple of weeks, or no, I think there was a week that I made, I think maybe about 200, maybe 240, somewhere around there. And then there was and then the next week after that, I think I made around 100 something. So there's an opportunity. There is an opportunity, but it really depends on, the factors that I stated earlier, right? So it's all business. It's all business. And well, unfortunately for me, I can't get rid of my truck. I can't do it. I need my truck, and I don't think I'd really get a good. I don't. I know for a fact I really wouldn't get a fair deal, especially if I go to a lot. There's just no way. But then again, I can't use Facebook Marketplace anyways because they banned me on it because apparently selling a gun case, or literally a rifle case, no rifle, just the case, is in violation of their policies. And I've asked for a review. I've asked for an appeal, and they haven't done anything about it. So I'm apparently permanently banned off of Facebook Marketplace. So there's that. But anyways, yeah, eh, I, I don't think there's really much else that I could say, you know, besides kind of just wrapping things up here. Just make sure you have an idea if you're going to go into door dashing. Make sure you have an idea on a goal that you have. Whatever goal that may be. I don't know. It just depends on what you want to accomplish. Think not just short term, but long term as well. And just set goals, here and there for yourself. I just wanted DoorDash as a um, an extra source of income, I guess. Just something to help with bills. But then again, can't exactly really do that. Um, Hang on, the puppers is on the cord there for the camera because she likes to be a little shithead. Yeah, I'm talking about you. I'm talking about you right now. You got a problem with it? Huh? You want to fight about it? Anyways, so yeah, just you'll just have to take those things into consideration. Any disabilities, just obviously I'm disabled, so any disabilities, the time that you want to put into it, what you're using, what you want to use DoorDash for, what are your goals, what do you want to achieve, um, what do you want to what do you want to happen in the next month, 3 months, 5 months, 6 months, a year, right? 5 years. Because I have seen people who have made pretty close to six figures on DoorDash. The thing is that they did get in DoorDash earlier, right? And I think that's where a lot of most of the money is. All right, are the DoorDashers that started pretty early on in maybe DoorDash's history, or they jumped on the opportunities, maybe a couple years ago. So because I think DoorDash really took off in 2019 during the COVID season, or the COVID era, I should say. But yeah, I don't really think it's worth it for me. I really don't think it is, because my disabilities are only getting worse, and though I'm stretching, I am trying. I'm eating healthy for the most part. I'm being a fat ass here and there, of course, but I am eating healthy for the most part, and I am exercising when my body allows it. So there's only so much that my body can do, and there's almost only so much time that I can put in, only so far I can drive, especially with the condition that my vehicle is in. It's turning into a rust bucket at this point. And I don't really have the money to fix it. So you know, um, you don't really have a very reliable vehicle. Uh, that and it's a gas guzzler, and of course I wanted a big fucking truck, like a dumbass. But anyways, you learn your lessons. So, but yeah, uh, when it's busy, when it's not busy, where it's busy, where it's not busy, and just uh, figuring out numbers. Get some numbers together, figure out what you want to do, and then just plan from there. So it's not. I will say it's not bad for if you wanted to, again, save up for a weekend, to go do something special on the weekend, or go out to a nice restaurant, eat at a nice restaurant, or something like that. It's really not bad for that. It's not bad. I just don't think I don't think it was really intended for a career, right? Except for the people that created DoorDash. But I don't think I don't think it was really intended for people to make it a career, working with DoorDash as a dasher. So those are my honest opinions, guys. I'm trying to be as neutral and fair as possible. Hopefully, I was. But what do you guys think? Especially for or especially for my other dashers. What do you guys think? Uh, do you guys have different experiences? Do you have the same experiences? What are you seeing that I may not be seeing yet, or what are you guys seeing that I'm not? Okay, because I'm open to all kinds of discussions. So be sure to let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Um, please remember to take care of yourselves, both mind and body. Take care of each other. Hopefully, this video helped you out. And if it did, please like, share, subscribe, join the family, guys. I wish you all a lovely night. I love you all. I'll talk to you guys soon. See you tomorrow, guys.